We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone. Today's topic is GDI plus. GDI stand for Graphics Device Interface. In Windows Forms application, GDI is used to create graphics, draw text and manipulate graphical images. As we already learned many example in window form application, we use many standard controls, we use many standard dialog controls, and we just drag and drop it from toolbox. But if we want to draw some graphics, if we want to use some if we want to draw some text, and if we want to some add some graphical images into window form, we have to use GDI in .NET. GDI is responsible for the integration of graphics in window forms, and GDI is an advanced implementation of GDI. So if we want to use some graphical integrations into our Windows form, we have to use GDI. And what is the difference between GDI plus? So GDI plus is nothing but it is an advanced version of GDI which is introduced in latest .NET frameworks. The basic use of GDI plus is to render graphical images on forms. The GDI plus managed class interface and the basic GDI plus managed classes are used to display graphics on the window forms. The core of the GDI plus functionality is graphics class. If we want to draw some graphics, if we want to use some image, if we want to manipulate some image on our window form, then we have to use some classes. We have to take the reference of some classes, and that classes are available into the and that methods are available into the graphics class. GDI plus consists a set of base classes that are available to control the custom drawing on the screen. It is exposed through a set of classes deployed as managed code. This set of classes is collectively called as GDI plus managed class interface. The GDI plus managed class interface is a part of .NET framework. It provides an environment for building, deploying and running XML web services and other applications. It contains access to underlying operating system functionality that provides 2D vector graphics, imaging, and typography. Over here, 2D vector graphics is a 2D graphs on window forms. Imaging is image creation and manipulating of image on Windows forms, and typography is creating a text on window form. Now we'll see namespaces are available for GDI plus in .NET framework. First is system.drawing. It contains most of classes with the basic functionality of drawing. Second is system.drawing.drawing 2D. It provides support for 2D vector drawing and graphics path. Third is system.drawing.imaging. It contains classes that provide advanced imaging functionality. Fourth is system.drawing.printing. It contains classes that assist in printing. Fifth is system.drawing.design. It contains classes that extend design time, UI, logic, and drawing. And last one is system.drawing.text. It contains classes to provide advanced GDI plus typography functionality. Now we'll see if we want to draw some shapes on Windows form, how we can do it. For that, we have to use some classes, and that classes are available in .NET framework, and that all base classes are available into system.drawing.graphics class. The drawing is performed by calling methods using an instance of graphics class which handles the drawing operations. So if we want to create some shapes, or if we want to create some graphics on Windows form, we have to use the object of graphics class, and using that object we have to call some methods of that class to do that drawing operations. Let's see some example of drawing shapes on window form. Okay, so for the example, we'll create a project by taking window form application. By default, one window form is already added. Now if we want to add some graphics, or if we want to add some drawing on this window form, we have to do some C# code on it. For that, just right click on window form and then go to view code. Now we can see over here many namespaces already added. We already see that if we want to use that drawing classes, we have to add namespaces over here, and namespace is system dot drawing. Now from this drawing class we have to use graphics class. Now as we show over here, a constructor is available over here of our class. Our class name is form1, and over here we can see constructor for it. Just under the initialize component we have to code. First we have to create graphics class object. For example, we are taking a graph class graphics. We give the name, for example, dc equals to this dot create graphics. By this statement we have create graphics class object, and that object name is dc. Over here this is represent that we have to add that drawing shapes on these window forms. Now we'll do this dot show. Next is, now to draw the shapes on our windows form we use some different classes, we use some different tools. For example, we use pen. Every control in C# class is available. For example, we want to use pen, the pen class is available. We have to just create object of that class. So we have to use a pen class. I'm giving an object name is blue pen, as I'm going to use blue color for that pen. New color, check. We see that this pen method asking for some arguments, and that arguments we have to add color for it. For example, color dot blue, and comma, we have to write size of that pen, so it is 3. Now next we are taking the object dc dot row rectangle. If we want to draw the rectangle, we can see that this method asks two arguments from us. First is the pen object, and second is the coordinates of that rectangle. So we have to pass that object blue pen, and we have to pass coordinate for this rectangle 0 0, and we'll take 50 50. By this we can draw a pen on a window form. Now if we want to draw eclipse on our window form, and that eclipse may be of red color, then we have to take a object of pen class. For example, we'll take a red color, so I will give that object name is like pen, a red pen. We'll take new pen, use color dot red, comma, take now 2 as the size of that pen. Now we'll take dc dot draw eclipse. Now we can see this method asks us two arguments. First is pen object, and second is coordinates for Eclipse. So we'll pass red pen, and coordinates for Eclipse are 0 comma 50 comma 80 comma 60. Now if we want to draw some line, we can do like this: dc dot draw line method. It is asking us total three argument. First is pen object, second is starting point, and third is ending points. So we'll use object of blue pen, that is blue pen. Next is new point. If we want to create a point, we have to use point class. In that we have passed two argument, that is two coordinates of that point, for example 150 150, and this is the first, or we can say this is a starting point of line, and now we'll pass ending point of a line, that is new point 300 comma 300. That's it. Now we'll going to run it. Okay, now we'll run the program from here. It firstly shows us a blue color rectangle in which we take coordinates 0 0 and 50 50. After that it shows a red color eclipse which we drawn, and it shows a line which we drawn. Now I want to highlight a problem with this window form is that if I minimize this window form and then I maximize it, the shapes we drawn are now not appears. So what is the actual problem? One thing we can notice here is that if we minimize form and restore it back, all shape will be lost. This is because when you minimize a form, the windows get hidden and the hidden pixel get lost. Windows release the memory it holds for the pixels. It detects that a part of the windows is hidden, and when the window is no longer hidden, it prompts the application that owns the window to again draw its content. We have kept drawing logic in form 1, and it is constructor of form. It is called only once, so the redraw option will not be working. We can overcome this problem by writing logic in the onPaint method of the form. As we shown, to overcome this problem, we have to use onPaint method. So we'll take an example for it. I'm taking a new window application. Just right click on window form and click on view code. Okay, now instead of writing code into the constructor, we have to write the code inside the onPaint method. So firstly, how to create onPaint method? So write protected override void onPaint, and see what its argument. So it creates a method. Now this method is working as an event. Now this event is automatically called when redraw the content. Now under this, firstly we'll start with the object of graphics class. For example, we'll take graphics class, object name is dc, that equals to this dot create graphics. Now we'll use pen to draw a rectangle, as like last example, pen blue pen equals to new pen color dot blue comma size is 3. Now we'll take the reference of object dc dot draw rectangle. We'll pass two argument over here. First is pen object and second is coordinates of the rectangle, that is 0 comma 0 comma 50 comma 50. Now if we want to draw an eclipse with red pen, firstly we'll start with the object of pen class. Red pen equals to new pen. We'll firstly pass a color dot red comma size of the pen, that is 2. Now dc dot draw eclipse will pass two argument over here. First is pen object and second is coordinates of eclipse, that is 0 comma 50 comma 80 comma 60. Now if we want to draw a line, dc dot draw line, three argument over here. First is blue pen, it means object of pen. Next is starting coordinates and ending coordinates, that is starting coordinates is new point 150 comma 150 and ending coordinates is new point 300 comma 300. Okay, so now our program is ready and now we are going to run it. Okay, we'll run it from here. See, it shows same output like last example. Now we are going to minimize this and will maximize it. Now we'll show that every shapes are redrawn by our own paint method. Thank you.